Thank you all for tuning in to my Star Season 3 Episode 3 review. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So the episode starts with Carlotta doing an interview with a reporter. The reporter is on the episode throughout the entire episode, but I never caught her name. But in the interview, Carlotta is saying that she has a deal with Karma Nightclub, and she has a deal to where her artists will perform weekly and it will be live streamed to the public. Mateo was watching her do this interview from the inside, and then eventually he walks outside and he speaks to the reporter lady, but she ignores him. And then Mateo and Carlotta get into it yet again because Mateo still has doubts about Gravity Records actually being a success, so they're still into it over that. And Carlotta and him are going back and forth over who is the better business person, because Mateo thinks that he has the right idea and the right vision, as well as Carlotta. Then we got Noah's dad, Bobby, cooking, and Noah walks in and confronts him about being in his robe and having grease on his contract. Noah's dad said he went over the contract, and then they get into it. And then Noah's dad is constantly bringing up how he talked him off of the ledge. And then he starts telling Noah that he not grown. And then Noah tells him that your ass sleeping on my couch. And then he tells Noah that he not grown. And I'm like, how is Noah not grown? He got his own place and you on his couch. You are back into his life after so and so many years. So how is he not grown? I understand that you are his father, but at the end of the day, you walked out of his life. So at this point, you gotta earn his respect and trust, just like any other stranger would. Cassie and Xander, who is played by Chad Michael Murray, are having sex, and we find out that he is her investor in Club Karma. And he giving me pimp vibes. Like, he wrapped his hand around her throat, and I'm like, did he used to abuse the woman or something? She don't strike me as a woman that takes that, but I mean, she need his money and she loved him, so I don't know. But then she gets a phone call and her boys are telling her that they still haven't found Andy. And then the next scene, we got Take 3 having a photo shoot, and they're just discussing Carlotta with Miss Bruce and saying that she's making big moves and all this and that. And all this stuff, I'm just thinking like, damn, Carlotta doing too much, bruh. She's doing all this stuff and she's still going through so much pain over how ill. It's like Carlotta got everybody back, but who gonna have hers? And then while Take 3 and Miss Bruce are talking, Alex asks Miss Bruce did he make the accommodations for Olivia to come. Olivia is Bianca's sister. Bianca is the girl that Alex was on the plane with. Oh, so we do find out that Bianca did die. So Alex wants to bring her out, and I'm like, Miss Bruce assisting them throughout the whole episode. Is he trying to help Carlotta, or is that another one of his side gigs? But anyway, and Miss Bruce also tells Simone that Mateo wants to see her. So Alex leaves to get ready to see Olivia, and Simone leaves to go see Mateo. Star's left there and she walks up to Jackson. They're having a little cute moment. Staxon, would that be their name? Staxon is the new thing. They was cute, so I'm here for it. As long as she ain't with Noah, I'm here for it. But I always liked Jackson. It looks like Jackson just wants to be there for his baby mama, But start telling him I don't need you around and all this and that. I can do this on my own. I just thought you should know. I'm like, girl, it take a village for to raise a child. You need any help you can get. You ought to be happy you got a man in your face that loves you and your baby daddy there for you. There for you, bitches. You ought to be happy. Shit. So you don't gotta feel like you helping everybody like you. Okay, I ain't gonna go on start this episode. Cause I really did like start this episode. She was really cool and laid back. None of the type of people I like. So I really liked to start this episode. She was smiling damn near the whole time. Of course not with the Brody situation, but she was cool this episode. I fucks with that. But I'm like, girl, you need any help you can get raising this child. But she basically just playing hard to get. And then eventually she calls him ugly. And I'm like, girl, is you blind? But she basically just playing hard to get. So she leaves and that scene ends there. Then we got Mateo and the reporter talking. And we find out that they have had. And then we find out they had a past. Because I'm guessing in college, her and her friends used to make fun of him and stuff. But besides that, Mateo wants the cover story about him instead of Carlotta. And then the reporter basically says, what you gonna do for it? So she wanna fuck him for old time's sake. And I guess he basically just had sex with her for the story. And Simone saw it. And then as soon as she goes downstairs, she sees Nina. And as they're talking, Nina tells her that she got the part for the movie. But she doesn't even really know how to react to it in that moment. Because she just saw her husband fucking somebody else. And Nina told Simone that she's looking for her husband. But she told her she hasn't seen him. But Nina was being really nice towards Simone and gave her a hug. Simone seemed shocked that she got the role. Simone seemed a little more calm back down to this episode, if anybody noticed. But I don't know if later on she's just gonna feel guilty because Nina has been quote unquote so nice to her, but whatever. After that, we got Alex meeting with Olivia. Olivia was picked up in a Range Rover, I believe, and Olivia then acting exactly like Bianca. They said similar stuff like how Alex looks smaller in person and just being the dramatics and all that. And Alex looks happy to see her. But with some of the stuff that Olivia was saying, she was having flashbacks about the plane crash still. So her PTSD still is bothering her. But they run off for to go hang out. And then we got Carlotta and Noah talking about the contract. But then Cassie intrudes and drops the news that she and Maurice have a streaming deal. Cassie and Carlotta then argue about Noah right in front of him about who he should go with. But Noah looks like he's on the fence about should he go with Gravity Media or Karma, because at the end of the day he just wants creative control over his next album. Then we see Mateo and Carlotta trying to make a game plan for to make sure that they sign Noah. They're talking on the phone, but then Andy comes in and Carlotta pays him for to stay away and get out of town permanently. Then Andy attempted to apologize to her, but she didn't want to hear it. And then he leaves out, and then Carlotta is left standing there, and then the camera pans behind her, and we see that she's still dreaming of Hail. And her and Hail are talking about everything that's going on. But in that moment, it looked like she couldn't even really be emotional with him because she told him that she got to go handle stuff. Like, she got so much going on with Take 3, Andy, Cassie, Noah. So she storms out. Then we cut to Simone and Star rehearsing for the Madonna song that they were supposed to perform that night. Simone tells Star that she has the lead in the movie, and Star looks very happy for her. Then Star says that the baby is kicking, and Simone feels on her belly, and they're having a moment there. And then Star says she wants to create a family, something that they never had. A mama, a daddy, an auntie, and possibly a grandfather, which is Brody. So this ignites them looking for Brody. Next thing, we got Alex letting Olivia basically just take over. And I'm like, I understand you being nice to her, but please do realize that this was not your fault. They're in like a dressing room, and Alex told her that she could take anything that she wants. And then they sit down and talk about Bianca, and Alex tells her what happened in the plane crash. Then Olivia gets mad at her. See, Olivia know how to play Alex, I'm guessing, because she had all this shit perfectly planned out, because she knew Alex probably would have went back and tried to make up with her, even though this was not Alex's fault. But she basically tells Alex that she's the reason that Bianca is dead, and she storms out, and Alex is left crying. And I'm like, damn, I do not want to see Alex like this. It's like the first season she went through a lot. The second season she went through a lot. Even though she has had her high moments, of course. But it's like, damn. Why she gotta go through all this? Y'all, I don't want to see her like that. And I do understand Olivia being upset about her sister being dead. But baby, you mad at the wrong one. If that is your real sister, bitch. You mad at the wrong one. Then we cut to Miss Ruby. She's sitting down, still having a tough time. And it's some kids outside playing, and they kind of hear her door, or they're just making a lot of noise, and she goes yells at them. And Derek is trying to tell her to calm down, but she's just telling him, like, every time she closes her eyes, she still sees that dude touching all over her and stuff. And then Derek asks her, does she remember anything? Then she tells Derek that he had a brand on his shoulder. I think they were saying brand, but it's kind of like a tattoo, but it's like not exactly a tattoo. It's like just imagine like a piece of iron, or just an iron in general, and you got it burnt against your skin, and it's like a permanent mark. It looked like a tattoo, but it's not exactly. I don't know how to describe it to y'all, but it's something like that. But she told Derek that he had a brand on his shoulder. And then Derek hugs her, and he looks like, okay, I'm gonna use that information. So Derek gonna try to go after this guy. Then we cut to Noah's dad cooking on a grill this time. And Noah walks outside and be like, is that meat on my grill? Because isn't Luke James a vegan or a vegetarian, something like that? But he said, is that meat on my grill? And then Mateo shows up with this pretty red car, and he got a contract in his hand. Noah's still trying to explain to this man that he wants creative control over his album. But Mateo's like, we could talk about all that later. And Mateo trying to get him all these other deals, like with the movies and whatnot. And then Mateo leaves, and he leaves the car with Noah. But his dad talking shit in the background, because basically his dad doesn't want him to go with who can offer him more. He wants him to just be free and not really be doing it for the money, doing what makes him happy. So in the next scene, we got Carlotta meeting with Xander. They're sitting down eating, and Carlotta tells Xander that she doesn't want his dirty money, because she has money tied into karma too, and if it's dirty, that's bad for business. And then she goes down about how he broke up with Cassie, like he pretended going to jail. She threatens him, but he isn't worried because he knows that she isn't a snitch. Then he orders a drink for her because he says that she needs it. Then in the next scene, we got Jaden, and he's having a birthday party. Damn near everyone's there. Alex isn't there, but Jaden running around being bad, and he grabbed Carlotta's phone. And then there's a lady in the shop telling Miss Bruce that Cotton is not a real black mom, because if she was, she would have shoved her foot up his ass. Or at least that's what she would do. And I'm like, I wonder, is that gonna be Cotton's next storyline? Her trying to just really be more motherly, I guess. But I'm like, girl, just mind your business. But Simone and Star are talking about Brody still, and Star says that she asked the police to help her find Brody. And then we got Cassie walking through the door, and then Cotton tells Carlotta that she invited Cassie because she's helping her find how ill, and she still just wants her in her life. Carlotta understands her, and then she looks down at her phone and see that it's cracked. And then she approaches Jayden and snatches his arm. And then the lady that said Cotton not a real black mom says that's a start. And then Carlotta says she better still be getting her voicemails and emails, because if she not, then it's gonna be his ass, basically. Cassie and Carlotta get into it again, basically just about the same stuff. She's like, both of them still trying to win Noah and all that. And then Carlotta tells Cassie that she knows that Xander is her investor. And then they throw in more low blows and Cassie leaves. In the next scene, we got Alice going to Olivia's hotel room to apologize for some reason. And Olivia's playing music, and Alex says, is this her voice because it sounds like her? And she says yes. Olivia makes it a point to tell Alex that Bianca always knew she could be famous or just as famous as Alex. Then Alex offers to write and produce a song for her. And then Olivia's fake ass declines, and Alex, instead of saying that, she insists, but then she says okay. So Alex is gonna write and produce a song for Olivia. And I'm like, girl, you know damn well that was your ulterior motive all along. But anyway, next we got Noah's sexy ass. Ooh, Noah was looking extra sexy this episode, y'all. He was looking too good in that red. But at that point in the show, he was just trying his suit on, his performance outfit. And then while he's trying it on, here comes Fraud Reese coming for to try to convince him for the sign with him and Cassie, because he doesn't give up. And then Carlotta intrudes on them, and they going back and forth. But Noah tells both of them that he wants creative control. And Fraud Reese and Carlotta are still going head to head, but Noah kills it and says that he's going with Carlotta. Noah walks away, and then he changes back into a regular outfit, and he walks in on his dad playing the guitar. And they bond over the old days. And then Noah tells him that he's signing with Gravity. His dad tells him, don't lose your soul chasing the carriage. And he says that's all he gonna say. But Noah know damn sure that's not true. Then they both laugh over it. But then his dad mentions something about him needing money. Then they get into it over that. Noah stands up and starts throwing money at him. And his dad is like, I'm still your father and all this and that. So his dad really just feels entitled just because he's his dad. Noah tells him to get out of his house. And like I said earlier, yes, you are his dad, but you coming back in his life after all this time, dude. Chill out with all it, for real. You acting like Noah owe you something. You owe him the world when he was a kid, but you left. So let him go through this process the way he wants to, sir. because he will come around eventually. The next thing we got Cassie thinking about all the hurtful things that Carlotta said to her, and she's drinking. And then as she's sitting there, she imagines performing, and she's singing a song called Spotlight. And the song sounds really good. I really like the song. And then as she's singing, Carlotta is as well. So both of them are going at it, saying stuff like it's each of their time now. Basically saying one of them gonna win and the other one gonna lose. And the spotlight gonna be on me. Spotlight gonna be on me. So basically both of them fight for the top spot. And I really do like the song. Then we got Take 3 rehearsing Madonna backstage. Olivia is back there too, and Carlotta. Then Carlotta tells them that they go on after Noah. And I'm like, Alex and Noah have been in the same vicinity numerous times, and we still haven't got them on screen together. Unrealistic, but okay. Then Mateo walks in, and him and Carlotta discusses Noah's contract. Reporter asked her, can they finish the interview, and she told her yeah. And then Star gets a call from Detective Batista and tells Simone that they have to leave. Alex is looking like, where are y'all going? And Alex is left alone with Olivia. In the next scene, we got Noah and his dad talking again. Noah's dad tells him how hard it is being a gay black man, and he didn't think his actions would affect him and his mother, Noah's mother. And I'm like, well, dude, you was her husband and that was your son, so how did you not think that would affect them? Like, come on. Noah ain't trying to hear it. And then his dad talks about he was with a man named Paul, and he tells him that they was watching his Dance With My Father performance on loop. And then he said the reason he was living in his car is because Paul died, and something I couldn't make out what he said. And he told Paul that he would find Noah and make things right. And Noah said, and that's when you discovered me on the roof. And his father tells him that it took a long time for him to find himself. And Noah came out the womb knowing who he was. So they laugh over that. And tells him it's not about fame, it's about freedom. This is going to play into who Noah signs with. Then Noah tears up as well as his dad. So you can tell there is some love there. And then the event is starting. Cassie gets on stage because of course it's her club. And she got on the mic and shaded Carlotta, talking about people didn't think they could do it or she could do it and yada yada. And then she introduces Noah on stage. When Noah gets out, he was going to perform a song, but he switched it up to perform a song for his dad. And y'all, he killed that performance. He did so good. He's so sexy and so underrated. He did such a good job. And it's amazing all the things that he can do with his voice. He can dance really good. He looks really good. It was just amazing. It's like, just when you think, I don't think that, but I'm just saying, just when you think you've seen it all from Lou James, he showed you he could do this and do that and do this and do that even more. And I know it's even more talent that he got hidden. And let me add this. A lot of people really was wanting Noah for to go and make up with his dad. But stuff like that, I understand that it could take a long time for you to heal that wound with that person. So he could have taken as much time as he needed. I wouldn't have mind. But I am happy they are in a better place. And I'm happy that Noah looks happy, and I hope it stays that way. I don't know completely because they got that contract shit going on. So that's gonna be some drama, but it's still just good to see him happy and being in a better place and finding himself. If only his girl Alexandra could be doing the same right now, but okay. While Noah was performing, we had a cross scene in where Simone and Star had found out that Brody was electrocuted. The detective gave Star his belongings, which included a ring. And then they go see his dead body. And Star says that she can't see him like that. And I'm like, are they investigating his body still or something? Because I was like, y'all still got his body out like that after all that time? Because, like, don't they usually, like, if don't nobody come identify the body, they cremate it and do something? But I don't know. But Brody is indeed dead. Some people was trying to speculating, was he still alive? I personally was like, I don't know, because how do you survive electrocution like that? But we do see now that he is dead. We cross back to Noah's performance, and everybody is cheering, and his dad looks really proud. Alex, Mateo, and Miss Bruce are looking for Star and Simone because they gotta go perform. Alex and Simone shows back up in time, and they're wondering where they were. Simone tells Star that she doesn't have to go on, but Star says that she can go on perform. She can't sit around and cry about it, and it's not good for her baby. Alex asks what's going on, and Simone tells her that Brody is dead. And as soon as they get on stage, Madonna starts playing. Star having flashbacks of Brody, and times of her telling Brody that he doesn't have to leave, and Brody telling her that he loves her. And then she walks off a stage and tells Jackson to get her out of there. Nina walks up to Simone and asks her, is Star okay? Simone says that she has learned that life is short and tells Nina that Mateo has cheated on her with the reporter. And Mateo's standing right there. Then she walks away, and then he tells her that the reporter came on to him. Mateo basically wants to prove that they made something of themselves because the reporter lady and all her friends used to make fun of him. Nina consoles him and she was like, the people that they're trying to make you out to be is not the man that she married. And then they start kissing, and Simone peeps it. And it's like, Simone, you felt deep down that y'all had sex, so why are you so eager for the snitch on him when you had sex with her too? So both of them stepping out. But I guess she gonna soon realize what they really got going on. And then we cut to Olivia giving Alex a photo and a photo frame of Bianca. Alex is very grateful for it, and then Derek walks up. And then Olivia meets Derek and she hugs him, and she gets real touchy-feely with him by feeling on his face and stuff. And Alex peeped it, but she let it slide, I guess because she's still feeling guilty about Bianca. But it's like, shit, all I could think about was when she had checked that whole Tallahassee Tammy about being all up on Noah, but this girl done touched all over on your man's face, and Alex ain't say nothing. I'm telling y'all, it's the difference between them relationships. Alex and Alex is totally a difference. But they're looking at her like, what the fuck? And then a song plays and she talking about this Bianca favorite song. Then I'm like, this is very ironic for you to keep bringing up Bianca name like that. It's very ironic. You taking any situation and being like, oh, Bianca loved this song. Oh, Bianca said this. Bianca thought that. Girl, fake ass. But while they're dancing, she started getting a little touchy-feely on Alex to me. I'm like, is she trying to menage a trois or something? But while they over there, Derek sees a guy with a brand on his shoulder. And he looking at him, because of course he's thinking, is that the guy that messed with Miss Ruby? So he runs out into the crowd, but the guy gets away. And then we cut to Noah calling out Carlotta's name because they need to talk. He hands her over the contract and she sees that he didn't sign. And he explains to her that Mateo was playing games and he's not really interested in the movies and all this and all that. He just wants independence. Basically playing off of what his father said, because music is most important to him. Then he tells Carlotta that he's going with Cassie and Maurice. Fraud Reese, excuse me. And then Carlotta confronts Cassie. And then they start arguing yet again. Oh my gosh. And then basically they going back and forth talking about you hating and talking about competition and this and that. And then they fight. Carlotta punched the hell out of Cassie. I was like, damn, I feel that. And then as they're fighting, Cassie rips off her wig and both of them get pulled away by security. And then Carlotta threatens to kill Cassie in front of everybody. And the reporter lady is recording it. But as Carlotta is being escorted out, she threw the woman's phone. She chucked it out of her hand, talking about, get that phone out of my face. And I was laughing too hard, y'all. Shoot, Becky couldn't do nothing. Becky, the reporter lady. I still don't know her name, y'all. I tried to get it, but I don't know. But she stormed out. And then we cut to Cleo being in the studio. We cut to Carlotta being in the studio with just her braids, and Cotton walk in and ask her what's going on. And Carlotta wants to tell her, she almost told her what the situation was, that Cassie killed Ha'il, but the snitching rule prevented her from doing it. And then she got up and just hugged Cotton. And then we got Miss Bruce and Simone talking. And then Bruce happens to see Bobby, who is Noah's dad. And they start talking and they be like, they haven't seen each other since 94 in a hotel. And then Bobby asks Miss Bruce for to hang out, but he says he gotta get Simone home. Simone insists that he stays, and Bobby offers Miss Bruce a drink. And I'm like, oh Lord, where this gonna go? And what the past is with that? Now, they get together. I can already see this slick causing a problem. I don't know. We gotta see. And then we cut to Derek and Alex. It looked like they in a hotel room, but I don't know. But we cut to Derek and Alex. And Alex got stuff on her mind. Derek got stuff on his mind. She asks him about it. He don't say nothing. And I'm like, these people just keeping secrets from each other. It's like, y'all don't know what's going on in y'all relationship. But Alex puts the photo up that Olivia gave her of Bianca. And in the photo frame, against the mirror, you see a red light flashing. So Olivia has installed the camera, and I'm pretty sure you can hear it too. So it probably has a microphone in it too. So I knew she was a crazy bitch from the jump. And I'm wondering, is that even really Bianca's actual sister? But that's gonna be some shit. In the next scene, we got Star and Jackson talking in the studio. Staxon. She asks him, why does he tell her what to do? Because Jackson told her she needs to smile. And I'm like, that's positive information. Like, you asking him, why does he tell you what to do? I could be like, why you always told Noah what to do? If that's the case, ain't like he told you nothing bad. Ain't like he being mean to you. He just told you need to smile. And I'm like, girl, stop. You need to chill out with all this. Start acting hard to get. You weren't too hard to get because you got pregnant by the guy. But, okay. And you done admitted a lot of times that you a hoe. So how you gonna play hard to get now? But I ain't gonna go in on you, Star. But but then he attempts to make her laugh, and he gives her this Magic Mike type of show while he's playing Pony by Genuine. And it's a really cute scene. I'm here for it. Like I say, I really enjoyed them this episode. She started looking happy, and it looks like he's starting to break the wall down that she done built for some reason, and they start kissing and whatnot. She gets on top of him. In the last scene, we got Xander and Cassie meeting up, and it looks like her office or something at the club. And she asks him for a favor, then she says anything, what's up? Now it sounded like he said he asked her to run money to the club or something. And then she tells him that she's trying to go legit, but he won't take no for an answer, basically. If y'all watch Power, I guess he basically trying to maybe he like a drug dealer, and he's using the club as a way for to make it look like his money is legit. I'm thinking it's something like that when he said that he wants to run money to the club. Then he leaves out. Surprise, surprise. Cassie gets a knock on the door. She like, who is it? And the dude that raped Miss Ruby is one of the new guys that is working for Cassie, and his name is Mike. And he brings in Andy. I knew Andy was gonna get caught up. I just knew it. And Andy is tied up, and his mouth is duct taped shut. She kissed him on it and asked him, does he miss her? So we're gonna see what's Andy fate finna be. Next time on Star, we got Derek asking Alice, does she think she doing too much for Olivia? Because it looked like Olivia finna hit the studio. And I'm like, finally Derek saying something. Like, boy, be some kind of useful to your girlfriend. Shoot. If I gotta sit through watching y'all, at least be helpful. Damn. Because I do not want to see Alice get messed over. And if somebody got to put that bug in their ear, I don't care who it is. And then we got Carlotta singing. And the song that Carlotta singing sounds really good. I'm ready to hear that. And then we also got Alex performing. I don't know if it's a solo performance or is it with Take 3. But I'm pretty sure that Olivia's gonna be up there too. So I don't know if it's a duet or Olivia's gonna bombard the stage, judging by the promo pictures for the next episode. And then we got Carlotta talking to Cotton, saying that she got 4 months to make Gravity Records solid. And she says that she will be fine, even though she doesn't look or sound it. And Cotton said that she is not. Mateo tells Carlotta that if she doesn't get it done, she will lose her job. And then we got Carlotta drinking and saying that she never felt the pain like she does in her heart. So like I said earlier, Carlotta doing all this stuff, but who really there for Carlotta? It's really messed up. Cotton said the other episode, is this even really your dream? This ain't your dream. You doing it for Ha'il. So I don't know. We gonna see. So some of my final thoughts. Do y'all think that Olivia is trying to take Alex's spot, or is she doing this stuff out of revenge in a way, even though it wasn't Alex's fault? Because she set the camera up. I'm thinking Alex is gonna be performing a song, and since the girl is watching her and she can hear her probably, she's gonna bombard the stage and take over. And I saw in a promotional picture, Alex was looking at her like, what the hell? So I'm thinking she gonna take over her performance. And of course she's gonna know it's spot on because she's been watching her. And then how she was feeling all up on Derek. So do y'all think she's trying to take her life or something? And then what do y'all think? Derek finally getting out the house. After 3 seasons, Derek finally getting out the house. They done let Derek out. And he finally filming at more than just Miss Ruby's house. I guess we're gonna see a different type of Derek due to the situation that happened to Miss Ruby. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And I'm happy we didn't have any Star and Noah scenes this episode. It was so refreshing not to see them together. And I felt like Alex did better when she was with Noah. Cause with Derek, she always has went through something when she was with him. When she was with Noah, she was happy. She was getting a lot of deals, even though she still is now. But it just seemed like she was in a happier place when she was with Noah. But shit. And I feel like that's who she needs at this point in time. But for that quote unquote breakup, since he was being an alcoholic around the time, if she needed him to be a better man for her, then he clearly is now. So I hope they do get back together soon. I'm telling y'all, I'm not gonna never get over Alex. And one last thing. Now, Alex had an abortion because Derek couldn't walk, because she had to take care of him and the baby and whatnot. Imagine if they did have a child, or kept that child rather. Imagine if they kept that child. Derek still really ain't doing nothing, so she had to be the breadwinner, and would he be the stay-at-home dad? And how Olivia was touching all over Derek. Alex ain't say nothing, but Alex be ready to beat a bitch down over Noah. She said, you can have Derek, but y'all ain't gonna take Noah from me. And then that's another thing. Derek, he was just looking at her. It was just a quick second, but you know I gotta talk shit. Derek was just looking at her. But what Tallahassee Tammy was all over Noah, he said, baby, you gotta chill out with all that. See the perfect couple. Noah and Alex. But let me know y'all thoughts on everything. I really ain't had nothing to rant about this episode. Only thing that really got on my nerves completely, like, is Cassie and Carlotta. I'm sick of talking about them. They argue every scene they in, and they in a lot of scenes together. I just couldn't do it. Let me know what y'all think. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.